Welcome everybody, the Wizard's Tower is back and it is time for Apocalypse Now mod. A few months ago we took the Wizard's Tower through its paces with Darkness Falls. It was pounded by Kane's undead minions and demon hordes, but it was able to withstand with virtually no damage. It was only the Succubus that was the concern if you played with higher than 32 zombies. Check that awesome video out in the description, above or at the end of this video. Dobbers is the wily wizard who created the Wizard's Tower. You'll find him lurking on the discords for Darkness Falls, Apocalypse Now, Joke Mod, and Sorcery Mod. Now, the world of Apocalypse Now is not demons and fireballs, but instead we probably can define Apocalypse Now as explosive. Even by the first Horde night you would expect to see demolishers. There are suicide bombers and the ultimate of Horde destruction, the nuclear demolisher, which could possibly be the most destructive zombie mutant of any of the Overhaul mods. So, with that in mind, let us unveil the latest version of the Wizard's Tower for Apocalypse Now. Like with Darkness Falls, she is still made with concrete and cobblestone. And this is one of the unique things about the Wizard's Tower. Whereas most players claim the strongest possible metal should be used throughout the base, Dobbers has tried to put together a Horde base that is light on resources. However, the animals in Apocalypse Now tend to be pretty big, so a few minor alterations were required to get Grace's fat ass up the catwalk. Even the top areas were adjusted due to animal sizes. In Darkness Falls, we added a top hat, eventually made with titanium. However, this time around, we actually removed part of the base. The ears around the head vanished, and as I mentioned, we also adjusted the walkway for the larger animals, though the core part of the base remains. As the base is cobblestone and concrete, maintenance is low. The gaps in the cobblestone between the main section are for aesthetic reasons. You could actually just make a 5x5 square tower without the gaps. They just look pretty cool. As Dobbers is the patron saint of Sledge Turrets, we of course have the strategic 3 sledges placed around the head of the tower. The zombies wind up the walkway and around the 90-degree half-block turns. They attempt to reach the top where the player waits. Climbing up to get to the vultures is easily done through the hatch. So, let us put it through its paces. Crank the game stage up to 2520 because, well, why not? Let's just go for overkill. Enable Horde Night on insane difficulty with 32 zombies, and cue the music. So, with all that potential destruction, the base is a success. The AI is different in some cases to Darkness Falls, where Darkness Falls mainly had the zombies just running full tilt at you and trying to get to the head. In Apocalypse Now, some zombies kept thinking that they would like to stop and bash on the blocks. In hindsight, I would definitely upgrade the top area or the top part of the walkway, certain areas in particular, to whatever's the strongest block available at the time. This is only due to the fact that some zombies stop and get confused and will start hitting on the blocks. They didn't do it in Darkness Falls, but for some reason they do it in Apocalypse Now. The rage mechanic has been removed in Apocalypse Now, so there's no need to worry about what happens when the zombies fall down. Zombie bears were the ones that would occasionally make it to the top, and would usually just get killed quite easily. Vultures were also no problem, as you can easily wander up through the hatch and kill them. The big question is the explosive zombies. One mutant demolisher can bring the whole lot down, but in numerous tests I had only one zombie detonate while in the air. Like with Darkness Falls, as you get to the higher difficulties, so the zombies become more difficult to kill. When the zombies have high health and high regeneration, they tend to stay alive a lot, so the chances of a zombie exploder actually exploding is quite close to zero. When compared to Darkness Falls, damage on the blocks is very low. Without the random fireballs going off, most blocks are not damaged. Just the ones that I mentioned earlier that could definitely have been upgraded. After a Horde night, I just jumped down and run off instead of shooting up the zombies that could potentially blow up and ruin the base. This is supposed to be a very low-cost semi-AFK Horde base, so as much as you could just stand outside and shoot down on the zombies, I would honestly never recommend this in general, as one stray round could just hit something explosive, especially in Apocalypse Now. I've added a link to download the base in my description, and also placed a video pointing to a guide from Reach Gaming on how to import the base, if you would like to play with it. Right, I think that is another notch in the Wizard's Tower. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.